Welcome everyone to the press conference of Rodri, the player of the match. Please raise your hand.
Queda Rodrigo Martín para OK Diario. Enhorabuena por ese premio.
Congratulations for the prize. You just said right after the game that the match, that the team proved character and maturity, but there are things that they must improve. What do they have to improve? I think we started really well, started the match really well, but it's, of course, every game is different. It was a different game to what we've been playing so far. It's a game of patience, maybe crashing once and many times against a very organized defense. It's an exercise of patience and insistence, and it is true that they transitioned, the first time they transitioned, they scored, and that generated a bit of doubt, in our minds. And I think that is something we can improve. That moment in which that moment of confusion, that we started losing the ball easily, and they came up, like they thought they could beat us, and of course, conceding a goal in a moment like that, you know that you're going to have to struggle against a very well-organized team, but we got into the good dynamic again. Fortunately, we managed to score before half-time, and that gave us a bit of a cooler head. And yes, but I agree, there are things that we need to improve, and there are certain stages of the match that we lacked a bit of punch and consistency, but in general, I think we were superior to the Georgian national team. Congratulations for qualifying. There was a moment in which that caught my attention, that after 30 minutes, that you almost stopped in midfield. And what did you say to your teammates? What were you thinking? Yeah, I stopped the game right there, and I wanted them to stop and get together, taking it easy maybe for 20, 30 seconds, asking for to keep a cool head. It was better than rushing into our attack. I think it was better. Like I said before, we were starting losing control of the game a little bit, but it's round 16. They have every credit to be here. We knew it was going to be a very complicated game. We have been watching the England game before, and it got really complicated for them too. No match is easy. So apart from that moment, I think we played the whole match really well, and well, we ended up winning. The prize is meeting Germany in quarterfinals. So, of course, if you want to win the championship, you always need to win try to beat the best. Is this an anticipated final? Is it an early final? We could say. Are we going to try to win the title? Well, this is the parts. The rivals that we are getting are the ones that we're getting. Every national team has a very high level these days. Every team has different weapons, and Georgia may have not be a big name, but the level of intensity and competitiveness is very high. Obviously, Germany at home is going to be very strong, but we have no fear. We have our own weapons. I'm sure they will be worried about us too. We need to play a fantastic game, of course, if we want to go ahead to the next stage, but we need to be confident and know that we are here to try to win. We're not here to play well or to give a good image. On Friday, we're going all out to try to win. That's what our mentality has to be.
Hi, Rodri, Football Cafe Media from China. So can you talk about the goal? We've seen many goals like this at club level, and today your goal is kind of like the turning point of the game. Can you talk about that in your eyes?
Well, the goal, my goal, you mean? It's an action. We knew that the way they would defend, they defend so narrow in the area. The two strikers, they don't come back to defend. They kind of stay in for the counter-attack. So the frontal area, we knew before the game that it was going to be an empty space for the midfielders, specifically me in the number 6. And yeah, I think it's the first shot I have on the game. I received a very good ball from Nico, strong ball. And I thought that if I control the ball with the right and shoot with the right, I'm gonna lose time. So that's why I changed my leg into the left, and then I crossed the ball. And yeah, fortunately the goal get in, and it was a good moment for the team. Yeah.
Last question.
Hola, Rodri, aquí tu izquierda al final. ¿Qué tal? Buenas noches, Adrián Alves en directo para el Carrusel Deportivo de la cadena SER. Quería preguntarte por una curiosidad. ¿Qué
I
piensas
wanted
tú
to ask you about something, curiosity. What do you think after
Lamine, Yamal y Nico Williams?
when you see this image with Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams playing scissors, paper, scissors, and stone, and see who drank water first? How is the feeling in the dressing room, and what do you think about how well they get on? Well, I didn't see that particular detail, but I want them to be happy and develop their best football. I'm really happy about them. They have to be very focused throughout the game. They played a fantastic game, both of them. They are very important for us, and they, of course, their youth and their innocence, sometimes their naivety, is contagious for us. That joy they give out, right? But before the game, I saw them that they were super concentrated. They knew exactly what to do. Lamine couldn't score a goal, but he had many chances, of course, and I'm really happy about them. You were talking about certain moments of confusion after the Georgia goal, but you were the only one who had the lucidity to say, hey, stop, and maybe try and shoot from outside the penalty box. And after your goal, there were 35 shots on goal from Spain. Nobody has had that many shots. How can you keep that cool head? Well, it was important to keep that cool head. Despite that we went through a complicated moment, I think it was positive that we started losing, and to have the experience to go through a moment like this, because we knew how to manage this situation. The space was there. Obviously, it's easier for to score goals through a forward, through a centre forward. But we had to. We managed to find an open goal, and just control the ball and hit it. But yes, I agree with you that there are players who can score from outside the penalty box. Fabian has scored already. Pedri needs to try a bit more. I scored too, so it's maybe something we can try to exploit. I don't know. We might have a bit more space against Germany, who will not be waiting for us at the back so much, but it's important to try and do something like that with such an organized defense, against such an organized defense.